First clap of many. Good afternoon. I am Nicole Holt, Director of Student Experience and Support at the University, and I would like to warmly welcome you all to this University of Salford graduation ceremony. From the video you have just watched, you will see that your relationship with the university does not end today. In fact, it is only just beginning. You are now a member of a global alumni community of over 200,000 graduates. Salford graduates go on to achieve amazing things, making a difference in all walks of life, including politics, industry, the arts, scientific discovery, through serving our communities through the health service, in schools and in public service. We would love for you to keep in touch with us so that we can share in your life's journey and achievements, but also to ensure that you are kept up to date on the latest benefits and services available to you as a member of our alumni network. As you cross the stage today, we'll be recording you, and you will receive an email from us in the next couple of days inviting you to download the clip yourself. It's just a little gift to say thank you for agreeing to let us stay in touch. Before the ceremony starts, I would like to give you some pointers for your moment crossing the stage. When it's your time, my colleagues in the theatre in red gowns will guide you to line up. As your name is called, you will cross the stage and nod to the presiding officer. They will be stood in front of that big chair. You will then continue across the stage and receive your graduation scroll, exit the stage and return to your seat. Guests, please can I ask that you remain seated throughout the ceremony as a courtesy to others so that they do not have their view blocked of their graduate. At the end of the ceremony, graduates will leave first, so please do wait until they've made their way out. Please do stay until the end. We need every cheer to be as loud as the first. Finally, may I ask if you would kindly ensure that your mobile phones are switched to silent for the duration of the proceedings. The ceremony will now begin. For those of you who are able, please stand for the entrance of the academic procession.
I declare this ceremony open for the awards of the University of Salford. Please be seated.
Graduands and distinguished guests, please welcome Professor Margaret Rowe, Dean of the School of Health and Society.
Wow, don't you all look fantastic? Isn't this a special day? So welcome to the School of Health and Society's graduation. Welcome to families, but particularly to our graduands and honoured guests. So the past few years have been incredibly difficult for many people. And being a student at this time and graduating is a great achievement, showing resilience, determination, talent, and adaptability skills that will prepare you for the future employment. Well done on your success. Many of you will have had limited time on campus, being educated virtually, learning in bedrooms and kitchens, none of which we would have expected when you started your journey as a University of Salford student. Whilst it has been incredibly challenging and you have been supported by friends and families, we really think you have achieved and gone above and beyond. We've seen a number of exciting and innovative work by the school's students and staff with a great emphasis on us working with our partners, developing students for the world of work, collaborating and developing research that makes a difference to people's lives in our society. There have been brilliant successes within the school and across the university. One of these was we were the first university to be made child safe certified university in the world. And a considerable amount of work has been put into producing resources which will give Salford students the necessary tools to put them in a better place to support and protect children and young people living in communities, as well as recognise when children might be at risk of significant harm. As a response to Black Lives Matter movement, our Equality, Inclusion and Diversity Lead established our school Black, Asian and racially minoritized student collective. This is a safe space for our students to share and work with and identify any issues that are affecting them. We now have over 200 student members, which is one of the largest in the UK. In the Complete University Guide of 2022, we have seen great successes in nursing, social work, physiotherapy, sport, counselling and psychotherapy, and many of our programmes are in the top 20 across the UK. Our social work team held an event at Media City to mark World Social Work Day with the theme of Leaving No One Behind. The event was run in partnership with Your Life, Your Story, a small unregistered charity that aims to amplify the voices of care-experienced adults and caregivers. The event was streamlined live. We have many successes for our students, and our students have won many awards. One of the issues that we've looked at also is the development of our BSc professional policing courses, which was delivered for the first time in 21-22. This is the anniversary of its completion of its first year and start of second. The course is thriving with bumper intakes expected to go forward. And we were really fortunate that our students, working with a number of organisations, have had a funded project that was taken forward to the US Embassy on counter-extremism, hate and violence. Salford was just one of 5 UK universities to be involved in the Event 2 project. A tool developed by the University of Salford academic Matthew Wynne has won a Silver Award for Excellence at the Infection Prevention Society Impact Awards of 2022. Our midwifery programme was awarded UNICEF and UK Baby Friendly Gold Award for achieving sustainability in baby-friendly standards. The university is the second in the UK and the first in the North West to achieve this prestigious award. One of our students, a third-year Abigail Lathrop, won a prestigious Patient Choice Award at the annual Stockport Foundation Trust Awards evening held in the Town Hall. She received this in recognition of her care and support provided to women and their partners during difficult times. Dr. Jean Lithgow and Dr. Helen Cameron secured funding to evaluate Start Well project, which has been run by Salford, Trafford and Manchester Home Start. The project aims to increase the uptake of Home Start services by minority ethnic families and increasing the number of volunteers from minoritised groups. At the start of the pandemic, we saw our nursing and allied health academics develop a training course for Greater Manchester Nightingale Hospital. The team provided training to the NHS clinical staff to prepare them to care for patients who'd contracted coronavirus. Our health students were out there on the cold face at all times, working in the NHS, working in social care, and they had really difficult and challenging times, but they overcome it, achieving, as you are sitting here, great success in your academic work, but brilliance in your clinical experience. Our school conducts research that is deemed to have global impact and value to society. The research involves our undergraduate, master's and PhD students and staff working in collaboration with external partners. One of the most important attributes our research demonstrates is impact. That is, people are using it in a positive fashion to change the world that we live in. One example is the research led by Professor Muzammel Khurshidi, who's a co-investigator in two related projects examining conversion in Islam in the UK, Swiss, French and US prisons. The research represents the largest international data set of its kind and secured £3 million in external funding. The interim findings have already impacted upon prison policy and are being used to develop intervention programmes to assist prisoner rehabilitation. In the work that we do in the school reflects the diversity of our communities, of our students, and engages meaningfully at an international level. We have had colleagues working on global workshops, working with Health Education England and the World Health Organization as part of WHO Year of Health and Care Work Programme. The workshops will be subject of healthcare workforce planning and covers topics such as recovery from COVID-19, resilience to future disruption, and how to grow a health workforce. Looking to the future, our desire is to generate positive impact in the world remains. We are investing in our strengths in research across areas such as rehabilitation, public health, long-term conditions, welfare, criminal justice, and how we live in a digital world. You have generated a positive impact as a University of Salford graduates. We wish you success for the future and hope you remain in touch with us, your Salford family. Whilst it has been an exciting year for our school and a challenging year for our students, there has been significant achievements for our university, and as such, I'm very proud to introduce our presiding officer of this ceremony, the Pro-Vice Chancellor for Research and Enterprise, Professor Carl Dayson.
Distinguished guests and graduands, as Pro-Vice Chancellor of the University of Salford, I'm delighted to welcome you to this graduation ceremony, celebrating your achievements and the awards you will receive. We're here today to congratulate you all as our next generation of graduates, to wish you well, and to tell you how proud we are of you as you embark upon the next chapter of your life. Today marks the culmination of years of hard work for you, and recognising your success is rightly the highlight of our university calendar. It is a pleasure, a privilege and an honour for me to share this day with you. May I also extend a very warm welcome to your family, friends and supporters. Whether you have come from just down the road or have travelled long distances to be here, you are all very welcome indeed. I hope everyone here will take away some very special memories of this important day. Your university journey will have been a pivotal moment in your life. Alongside your specific studies, You'll have further shaped your views on the world, learnt more about yourself, and created memories and friends that will stay with you for life. You have developed intellectually, personally, and socially. Whether you are now moving on to further studies or new employment, or whether you are taking the time to reflect upon those opportunities now afforded, you can be confident that you are ready to succeed in whatever you choose to do. You have done more than study for a degree. The passion, drive, and determination you have shown on your journey to date are all qualities that will serve you well in the future. The future. There is much talk about the future, and I sometimes wonder what unique talent those that confidently predict what will happen in the years ahead they have. For example, when I was graduating, a while back in the 1990s, we were still adjusting to the end of the Cold War and the demise of the Soviet Union. Little did we know that 30 years later somebody would be trying to recreate it. Sometimes things are out of our control. But human history shows that we can make a difference. We have agency. The future belongs to us, and especially to all of you. You can choose what type of society you want to live in, and you can make that a reality. I have enormous faith in the future because I believe in all of you. Today's graduates are enlightened, compassionate, inclusive, inquisitive, and engaged. And you ask that most important question of all, why? This may upset people from time to time, but it's an essential part of being a citizen in a free country and a first step to developing a free and better world. And all we can ever do is build upon the legacy of those that came before, whether that's the Peterloo Marchers, the Pankhursts of Salford and Greater Manchester, Churchill's lone campaign warning against the rise of fascism in 1930s Europe, Rosa Parks' refusal to sit on the back of a bus, Rebecca Carson's research on the use of pesticides in American farming that kick-started the modern environmental movement in the 1960s, through to Zhang Yongzhen and his colleagues in China who rapidly identified the genome sequence of COVID-19 in early January 2020 and, most importantly, openly shared their results, speeding up our responses globally and ultimately leading to vaccine, which enabled us all to share this room today. But this isn't just about individual brilliance, for we live in an era of everyday heroes. For those that worked in the NHS and essential services during the past few years, saving lives and taking care of others. From all of us that follow government guidance and put our lives on hold so that lives of total strangers would be saved. Then there's the response to the murder of George Floyd, where millions of people around the world, from all ethnic groups and nations, far beyond Minnesota, stood up and said no to racism and asserting that Black Lives Matter. And not to be forgotten, never should be forgotten, are the volunteers, the length and breadth of this country that serve at food banks and help those less fortunate than themselves. This is your story. We are already living in your era. You have already made your mark. Now go out and change the future. We are proud of you, and you should be proud of yourselves. I also hope that you will feel proud of us, your university too. Whilst we are here today to celebrate your successes and achievements, the time you've been studying with us has also been a period of many achievements for the university. We have continued to make progress with the ambitious plans. Just recently we rose 5 places in the Guardian University Guide and 10 places in the Times Good University Guide. The construction of our new Science, Engineering and Environment building in the heart of Pilt Park campus is now complete. I'm pleased to say it was on time and on budget, and is bustling with activity. In recent months, we welcomed MPs and an all-party parliamentary group to our Energy House labs, providing tours of the leading research facilities that are developing innovative solutions to support the UK in its mission to reach carbon net zero by 2050, and in particular, Greater Manchester's target by 2038. And our commitment as a university to finding ways to tackle climate change is unwavering. We were named as one of the UK's most sustainable universities after receiving a first-class award in the People and Planet's University League. And we were also named as one of the best green spaces in the UK for the 4th year in a row. The Green Flag Award is the international benchmark of high quality and best practice for parks and green spaces. Our commitment to improving social mobility for young people was also recognised this year when the Higher Education Policy Index, Social Mobility Index, ranked Salford at number 6 in England and number 1 in the North West. The findings look how effective different universities are at delivering social mobility. We are committed to providing students with an education which gives them hands-on experience that will set them up for life. I'm proud that the university remains at the cutting edge of world-leading research, innovation and teaching, working to secure a better future for generations to come. This year, we celebrated our Research Excellence Framework, or REF, results, which is the UK's system for assessing the quality of research across the UK's higher education institutions. We rose an impressive 22 places in the league table published by Times Higher Education, with 78% of our research defined as world-leading or internationally excellent. Moreover, we were the second highest riser for the impact of our research on the wider economy and society, moving up 36 places. We also celebrated success in the Knowledge Exchange Framework results, achieving recognition for our very high levels of engagement with industry in the working with business category, and providing real-world experiences that prepare our students for life, as well as demonstrating our economic impact across the region and beyond. And you, our students and alumni, have also been doing the university proud. BA On's television and radio production graduate Megan Hayward was one of the Charles Parker Prize winners and made her BBC4 debut with a piece Down on the Farm. 3 of our business school students came first in a Europe-wide business innovation competition called the Young Enterprise European Finals. Alumni Charlotte France, who studied building surveying at Salford, achieved a milestone moment in her career when she actually managed the construction of the aforementioned Science, Engineering and Environment building worth £65 million on the Pill Park campus. And Salford Sports Science graduate Hannah Russell received an OBE in the New Year's Honours List for recognition for her services to swimming following her gold and bronze medal success at the Tokyo Paralympic Games in 2021. These are just a few of the examples of the many amazing things Salford students and graduates have achieved. This is an exciting and inspiring time to be part of this university community, and today is about you, students from the School of Health and Society, who are graduating this year and celebrating your journey with us. But it's also about the people who have helped you on your journey to receive your award today. Our team, alongside me today, have guided you during your university career and have helped you recognise and reach your potential. Your supporters, friends and family have also encouraged you along the way, offering emotional, practical and probably sometimes financial support. I think this support deserves recognition. So graduates, could I now ask you please to stand? Now please give a round of applause for all those people here and elsewhere who have helped, inspired and encouraged you throughout your journey. In a moment, you will pass across this stage, and I know some of you will be worried about this, whether your heels are too high for the... or even worse, you're going to put your foot through your own gown as you climb up the stairs or something else, or trip over in the middle of the stage. Don't worry, it's all on film and it's all on YouTube, so there won't be many people watching. But please don't worry about it. Enjoy the moment. It's your time. You have earned the right to enjoy it. This part of your Salford journey will end, but a new one begins. From today, you become an alumni of this great university, joining a community of 200,000 Salford graduates around the world. Keep in touch. Let us know how you're doing, how we can help you, and how you can help us. And remember, this university will always be your university. Our successes are your successes, just as your successes are ours. And remember how much you've achieved and how far you've come during your time at Salford. From navigating online learning during a pandemic to finding new ways to develop relationship with teachers and classmates, you overcame so much with determination and a willingness to adapt. We are so proud of everything you've accomplished, and you should be too. If you can graduate during and following a pandemic, you can do anything. Finally, I invite you to reflect upon your abilities and social obligations as graduates and ambassadors of the University of Salford. I urge you to work for the benefit of others. Be a catalyst for positive change in whatever community you choose to live and work. Seize the opportunities life gives you, cherish the memories of your time at Salford, and use the skills and knowledge you have gained here to be the best you can be. With the skills you have, you are building a brighter future for all of us. So I shall finish by saying this to each and every graduate. Be proud of what you have achieved. Be bold in your aspirations. The future is now yours to make. As we like to say at Salford, go out there and become unstoppable. Congratulations.
I now invite Vegan Murray, OBE, to be presented for the degree of Doctor of Literature honoris causa, and invite Professor Margaret Rowe to present the award.
Pro-Chancellor, graduands, guests, I'm delighted to introduce our honorary graduate today, Vegan Murray, OBE, campaigner, activist and agent for change. I'm very proud to present Vegan to you. Vegan was born in Istanbul and moved to Germany at the age of 2 in 1963. 20 years later, she moved to the UK for a new adventure. Now a mother of 5 children, a grandmother to 5 boys, she resides in South Manchester with her husband of 29 years, Stuart, who is with us today. For over 23 years, Vegan worked as a counsellor, a life coach, and offered clinical supervision to other counsellors. She has always had a passion for listening to other people's troubles, helping them to be happier and healthier lives. But on the 22nd of May, 2017, Vegan's life as she knew it changed forever. Her son Martin was one of the 22 people killed in the devastating Manchester Arena terrorist attack. In Vegan's own words, Martin lived a life to his fullest and always spread joy to those around him. Following the devastating loss of Martin, the shock, heartache and emptiness felt by Vegan's family was overwhelming. Hundreds of Martin's friends, family and even people who didn't know him personally flocked to support Vegan and her grieving family. While there was nothing anyone could do to bring Martin back, the acts of kindness strengthened their faith in humanity. Since the tragedy, Vegan has tirelessly campaigned for legislation to better protect the public from the risk of terrorist attacks. The Protect Duty, also known as Martin's Law, would ensure that owners and operators of publicly accessible locations, such as sports stadiums, music venues, pubs, shops, hospitals, places of worship, schools and universities, would have a legal duty to provide a plan for public safety in response to terror attack. Organisations would undertake regular risk assessments, reviews and test their emergency plans frequently, ensuring that the required controls are effective. These will include measures such as staff training, adequate provision of first aiders and marshals, increased use of barriers and primary and secondary evacuation plans. In January 2022, the government published its response to Martin's Law, public consultation. 2,755 responses were received from a variety of organisations, sectors and campaigns, with the majority supporting the proposals to introduce stronger measures for the protection from terrorist attacks. The campaign took a step forward when it was one of the 38 proposed bills in the Queen's speech on the 10th of May this year. Despite this progress and a commitment from the government to implement the legislation, Vegan and families of those killed or injured in the attack are still waiting for it to become law. Following the recent report from Manchester Arena Inquiry, which found, amongst other failings, that the in-house healthcare provision at the Manchester Arena at the time of the bombing was inadequate. Andy Burnham, the Mayor of Greater Manchester, agrees, commenting on the findings of the Manchester Arena inquiry chaired by Sir John Saunders. Andy said all of the organisations involved on the night owed to the bereaved and injured to face up to this fully to Sir John's findings, to take the responsibility and make changes needed to prevent others going through what they have been going through for the past 4 years. I'm encouraged that the Chair has called for an overhaul of the law in relation to security at venues, and this is an endorsement of the outstanding campaign work of Figan Murray, mother of Martin. The Government will have full support in the legislation for a protect duty, which here in Greater Manchester will always be known as Martin's Law, and which will always remind us of each and every one of the 22 individuals who lost their lives on that night. The campaign has gained even more traction in recent weeks, with several former Home Secretaries speaking out in support of the law, calling on the Prime Minister's responsibility for public safety. The former Home Secretaries, representing all major political parties, have written to the Prime Minister to urge him into action. In addition to this, senior police officers have also expressed their support of the law, having also written to the Prime Minister to advise against any further delay. While the government spokesman has said it is committed to the bill, remains, Figan is more determined than ever to put pressure on the government to follow through on its promises. She believes that the delays bringing in Martin's laws are putting further lives at risk. Amongst her campaign work, Figan is committed to promoting peace, kindness and tolerance in Martin's memory. She's engaged in outreach work, visiting schools and universities to talk to young people about how they can positively influence and shape their own world. So far, she's spoken to more than 21,000 secondary school pupils across England, urging them to confront the terrible impact of the Manchester attack and raising awareness of the extremism behind it. By doing so, she hopes to create a positive framework for young people so they can embrace each other's differences rather than fear them. Figan has provided her expertise and insight to students from the School of Health and Society as a guest speaker, providing our counselling students with her insights into the subjects as vast as cultural awareness, post-traumatic growth, bereavement and loss. We are truly grateful for everything she has done for us. We are not alone in our appreciation for all Figan does. In recognition of her work, she was awarded an OBE by Prince William, the Prince of Wales, at Buckingham Palace last year. She has also been presented with the Outstanding Contribution Award at the 2020 Counter-Terror Awards for her efforts in tackling terrorism. From spearheading legislation advancement to reaching the hearts and minds of young people, Figan's demonstration to create positive change from such tragic circumstances is an inspiration to us all here at the University of Salford. Pro-Chancellor, I present for the degree of Doctorate of Literature, honoris causa, Figan Murray, OBE.
By the authority vested in me by this university, I admit you to a degree of Doctor of Literature, honoris causa. Congratulations.
Small, sorry. Good afternoon, everybody. It's completely humbling to receive an honorary doctorate in recognition of some of the work I've done over the past few years. Thank you to Professor Margaret Rowe for honouring me with this recognition, and to Helen Rose, who nominated me. I actually wrote this speech on yet another 5-hour round trip to London to have a meeting with Priti Patel. I'm not name-dropping here. I honestly am not, but meeting the former Home Secretary and other ministers has become part of the life I lead these days. My life was very different 5.5 years ago. I was a therapist, a supervisor ensuring other therapists work safely, and I was a life coach. I thoroughly loved my job and fully intended to carry on with it until I retire. 22nd of May 2017 changed all this. That was the day we lost Martin at the Manchester Arena terrorist attack. Martin and 21 other innocent people lost their lives that night. I knew then that I could no longer carry on as a therapist, as I recognized immediately that I would not be able to do my job with full compassion and empathy towards everyone coming through my door. The most ethical course of action was to step down from my job, lose my professional status with the letters after my name that I had earned fair and square. I lost my income and a reason to get out of bed every morning. Everything changed that day. The weeks that followed were also the point where I had a decision to make. I had a choice about how to react to what happened to us. But how do you respond to your child being murdered by a suicide bomber who decided to blow himself and take other innocent lives with him? I chose to use some of the skills from my professional background. I looked at the bigger picture and looked that far back that I saw the terrorists who killed Martin and the others as an innocent baby. I knew then that other people had poisoned his mind. This enabled me to completely reject anger. I also went on national TV and publicly forgave the terrorists. I recognized that having lost a child to a terrorist attack and forgiving this person publicly would help break the cycle of hate that was around immediately after the attack. That forgiveness also enabled me to continue functioning as a mother to my remaining 4 children, a wife to my husband, and exist in all the other roles in my life. I'm a sister, a cousin, a friend, and many other things. Forgiveness freed me from the burdens of anger and hate that would have slowly disintegrated my soul. I have since Martin's death been campaigning for security legislation. To this day, security provision at venues up and down the country is only a recommendation by the government, and I feel that this must change. During the very early days of my petition, I was contacted by Brendan Cox, the husband of the murdered MP Joe Cox. He told me he has the right contacts in government and he would like to sit me in front of the security minister. I obviously took him up on his offer, and the following week there I was outside the Home Office, anticipating my first ever meeting with a government minister. Towards the end of the meeting, Brendan Cox asked me if I had a final comment, and I said, actually, yes, I have. I looked straight at the minister and said to him, as you can see, Minister, I'm only 5 foot short, but I did read somewhere that if you think small is not effective, you have never been in bed with a mosquito. You see, I'm the mosquito who will be buzzing around your and the government's head until this security legislation is done. Whilst I'm still buzzing around the government's head and possibly have become quite a very public irritation to the government, I will keep to my pledge of continuing until my task is done. But did I ever see myself as a powerful mosquito? Never in a million years. Until Martin died, I was incredibly people shy. I hated crowds, parties, weddings, and funerals. I would usually stand around uncomfortably looking like Billy No Mate, hoping I can go home soon and go back into hiding. However, Martin's death completely changed that. I changed in the way I would never have anticipated. But why is this story relevant to you? Well, it's in a couple of ways at least. Firstly, life is definitely not a box of chocolates. Sometimes it comes at us in the most horrendous of ways. It can totally devastate us. And whilst it is really important to lick our wounds for some time and process what happened and feel our emotions, the moment comes when we have to choose. Do we cave in, let whatever happened define us? Or do we get up and move on with newfound resolution and strength? I chose the latter. But secondly, and this is where the mosquito comes back in, I want each person in this room to remember that everyone within them has that irritating, determined mosquito. If you believe in something strongly enough, if you want something strongly enough, if you dream of something strongly enough, then never stop buzzing around. I wish you all the most incredible success for your future. Be amazing, and in particular, be buzzing. Thank you so much for listening.
Graduands and distinguished guests, we will now commence the presentation of the Postgraduate Taught Awards for the School of Health and Society, and each student will be presented individually for their award. I would like to invite Dr. Paul Wilson, Associate Dean Academic Quality and Enhancement, to present these awards.
Pro-Chancellor, on behalf of the School of Health and Society, I present for the award of Doctor of Philosophy, interrogating the possibilities and problems of YouTube sex edutainment content and actor theory network approach, Lisa Garwood Cross. And also for the Doctor of Philosophy, transforming student midwives' lived experience of caring for bereaved parents experiencing perinatal loss using high-fidelity simulation and interpretive phenomenological analysis, Anne Elizabeth Leyland. For the award Professional Doctorate, integrating patients with intermittent claudication into an established cardiac rehabilitation programme, a feasibility study with embedded pilot, Edward James Caldo. A single qualitative case study of how the introduction of an AEC unit influenced the experiences of patients, carers and NHS staff, Desiree Felian Domingo. Faith, Hope and Fallacy, an ideographic exploration of the experiences of people with multiple sclerosis participating in research trials, Lorraine Trainer. And for the award Master of Arts Social Work, Adibole Adidoti. Mariam Afolabi. Montserrat Akinja Gunla. Amelia Balance. Laura Bulmer. Tinashi Chiwidza. Philip Benjamin Clegg. Abigail Close. Chloe Davenport. Laura Teresa Deasy. Brogan Teresa Darby. Genevieve Farrer. Peter Grist. Letitia Hamilton. Franklin Hijiti. Elizabeth Kay. Hilton Henry Levy. Belinda Maiza. Jean-Claude Nyonjura. Chloe Smith. Olayemni Ayobe Amindele Uishiadi. Jodie Webb. And for the award Master of Science, Cognitive Behavioural Psychotherapy, Claire Lorraine Baker. For the award Master of Science, Counselling and Psychotherapy, Professional Training, Lucy Lowe. For the award Master of Science, Leadership and Management for Healthcare Practice, Rowena Louise Curry. Sarah Evans. Krishna Goyal. Karen Ann Hyam Deacon. Gundeep Kaur Kalra. Tracy Ann Milligan Kerr. And for the award Master of Science Midwifery, Rachel and Harad Bebbington. Alison Michelle Shave. For the award Postgraduate Diploma, Cognitive Behavioural Psychotherapy, Jamie Lee Daly. For the award Postgraduate Diploma, Counselling Psychotherapy, Professional Training, Lisa Gibson. Michael David Richard. Alice Sugden. Kerry Louise Waterhouse. For the award Postgraduate Diploma Multimodality Practitioner, Adults, Eva Marie Bering. Joseph Samuel Campbell. Ikra Chowdhury. Mary Brenda Gutu. Rosemary Ellery. James Nicholson O'Hara. Benjamin James Stevenson. James John Sweeney. For the award Postgraduate Diploma Social Work, Daniela Carter. Lucy Duffy. Raisa Sonny Tryon. Kilsey Taylor. Natalie Musso. Pro-Chancellor, on behalf of the School of Health and Society, I present for the Undergraduate Awards Bachelor of Arts with Honours Social Work, Carla Ainsworth. Emma Elizabeth Davies. Mariam Nawaz. For the award Bachelor of Science with Honours, Counselling and Psychotherapy Professional Practice, Ifat Akhtar. Natasha Brearley. Liam Canning. Sophie May Harrison. Alexandra Mary Hurd. Katie Long. Emily Elizabeth McKiernan Helm. Tara Milligan. For the award Bachelor of Science with Honours, Counselling and Psychotherapy Theoretical Studies, Melissa Burke. For the award Bachelor of Science with Honours, Criminology, Jade Lockley. Alexander John Murray. For the award Bachelor of Science with Honours, Criminology and Sociology, Abby Carroll. For the award Bachelor of Science with Honours, Criminology and Sociology with Foundation Year, Heather Ali. For the award Bachelor of Science with Honours, Criminology with Counselling, Cameron Daniel Ridd. For the award Bachelor of Science with Honours, Criminology with Foundation Year, Chloe Megan Lomax. For the award Bachelor of Science with Honours, Criminology with Security, Soraya Gullum. Lorna Filburn. For the award Bachelor of Science with Honours, Learning Disabilities, Nursing and Social Work, Integrated Practice, Romy Dawn Ashton. Bridie Christina Donnellan. Georgina Haley. Bianca Howarth. Lisa Heap. Claire Louise Howarth. Cherie Judge. Tanya Palmer. Owen Pamphilion. Charlotte Pickering. Kirsty Sloan. Daniel Vale. Gillian Varley. Dwayne Whelan. And for the award, Bachelor of Science with Honours Midwifery, Shani April. Shona Bailey. Megan Birmingham. Molly Booth. Rachel Chandler. Emma Ditchfield. Laura Kate Duffy. Scarlett Dunn. Marissa Durkin. Naomi Finley. Amy Flood. Eleanor Claire Gibbons. Lauren Elizabeth Gott. Neve Griffin. Sian Marie Hampton. Emily Hannaway. Charlotte Rose Howland. Harriet Hart. Georgia Johnston. Mevish Kassam. Sophie Kay. Keisha Marshall. Stacey Ann Molyneux. Nicola Marie Partington. Emily Pickering. Emily Alice Pye. Nicole Holly Rajan Brown. Catherine Sarah Roddy. Abby Nicole Rutter. Susanna Mary Shambrook. Holly Eleanor Sharp. Jennifer Ann Sheridan. Morgan Walker. Belle Walsh. Jenna Lee Woolley Joyce. Abigail Jacqueline Wrightson. And for the award Bachelor of Science with Honours Social Policy, Gemma Jordan Bills. Ashley Brennan. Sadia Seima Khatun. Zara Joy Manuhutu. Demi Louise Ross. And for the award Bachelor of Science with Honours Social Work, Shazia Ahmed. Louise Edward Cumberworth. Nicole Pritchard. Bethany Ratcliffe. And for the award Bachelor of Science with Honours Social Work Degree Apprenticeship, Sally Barrett. Kay Louise Cook. Karen Louise Ford. Donna Sharkey. Emma Michelle Spence. For the award Bachelor of Science with Honours Sociology, Rachel Maguire. For the award Bachelor of Science with Honours Sociology with Foundation Year, Harriet Jo Marshall. And for the award Certificate of Higher Education, Learning Disabilities, Nursing and Social Work Integrated Practice, Chloe Radzikowski. Thanks. For the award Master of Science Procurement, Logistics and Supply Chain Management, Latif Oliekan Olabodi. For the award Master of Science Management, Naveen Kumar Ponirepipati Sabrami. And also for the award Master of Science Management, Anju Sihaj. For the award Master of Science International Business, Joseph James. For the award Postgraduate Diploma Multimodality Practitioner Adults, Selena Sophia Hay. And for the same final award, Postgraduate Diploma Multimodality Practitioner Adults, Sabia Begum.
Graduates and guests, that concludes the presentation of the awards. Before I invite the Pro-Vice-Chancellor to close the ceremony, please can I ask all guests to remain seated until all the graduates have left their seats. I would now like to invite the Pro-Vice-Chancellor for Research and Innovation, Professor Carl Dayson, to close the ceremony.
Well, that went without a hitch. I think you all got across the stage very well, so well done to all of you. First thing passed. On behalf of the University of Salford, I should like to offer my sincere congratulations to each and every one of our graduates. Please can I ask you to join me in giving them all a big round of applause. I can now give you your first instruction as graduates, which is to ask you all to stand and then please put on your hats. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll give you the class of November 2022. Thank you very much. In the power vested in me, I now declare this congregation closed. Thank you all.